that took quite a while to get on there.
I would think a MacBook would be the best because it can run Windows and the battery life is about 10 hours. The battery life is key.
MacBook.
Yeah. And
Okay.
they're about $1,000.
No, that's not much. $1,000 is, yeah. Okay, good.
All right, so let's see if we got
Anything else
responses
we wanna
coming
put
in.
on our
Okay.
purchase list while we're at it?
Okay.
That's it? Huh?
And this I
Oh, we
do
never
know,
bought the
because I
printer?
can do this.
Yeah, for printer.
Let's see if we
We're up, Nick.
Great, great. Okay.
it's very bizarre. I have not received anything yet.
I know some people have received text. Have you guys received text messages?
Some have.
I did,
You
yes,
respond?
I
Okay.
got your text.
All right.
Your check info.
Okay, and if we get responses, I can tell her who's responded.
Yep,
Yeah,
got it.
I didn't get one.
I didn't get one either yet.
Yes.
Oh, no, I got it. Never
Text
mind.
back Y or yes.
I got it.
Yeah.
How come I'm not getting anything?
So, yeah.
So Jack, whatever you're observing that you see that we need either in materials or otherwise, this is now.
Mine must be so slow that
Right
it's
here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty alert.
Oh, it just got done downloading, which I got to, no, I still don't get anything. Okay. Are we getting some back?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I got a bunch back.
Okay.
You're right. Well, normally we have Dave.
Do you want to give me some, you want me, I can look, Nick, look at the numbers. You don't have to do that because,
Okay. All right, so let's assign the tasks. Did Frank already tell everybody to go to their mailboxes?
yes, he did. He's done all of that, and they are supposed to respond back to us either through the text or through their radio, you know. Oh yeah, and this is mine too. So I want to give Laura,
Okay.
tell Laura who's responding via text.
No, I'd rather stand for it.
All right. I'm going to tell everybody to respond primarily through radio,
Okay.
secondarily through text.
Yeah.
So Nick, is there something you asked me to do? I didn't hear it very well.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
Hey, just tell me if you need something.
All right, thanks. Yeah,
Want me to sell these?
yeah, actually, yeah, you can- $40. We can accept credit card or PayPal.
You know, I got one of those. If they respond,
They make good Halloween gifts.
I gotta get
Well,
that
no,
shot.
you can do this. Is the,
I gotta
this
get
is
a
the
shot of you.
group text where you have to respond to this text.
Oh.
Respond to Nick only at this.
Oh,
or
I
whatever it is.
see.
If you have any
Okay.
questions,
Okay.
you know, the kind of thing is, so now you have the group text for the entire account.
okay.
Step back this way.
$40 today. That'll go up tomorrow.
Discounting.
Yeah.
Pay, PayPal,
Yeah.
She's auditioning for QVC bid.
That's good. That's good.
for your kids at home.
We need money.
Good idea. We
They all-
need money
they-
to pay for our email.
Or emails.
Well,
And isn't it bizarre that I didn't get one? So something must be
I'll
wrong.
pay you mine when you get it. I'll be happy to buy it.
oh, yeah, these are my passport is 2 months. Each month, you know, set up things.
I'm so rich, I just don't know what to do with it. Yeah.
Because I'm not a company. I don't pay anything per month for my company, my emails.
And we know change.
Anything that you think needs a change, put the number on the plate.
Of course, that's what we've done so well. Change things to
Laura
lower
and I
high cost.
did some changes and we kind of like to get your opinion. And we were talking with Corey too. You see, right now, see this little over Rocky Court, there's not many homes before, right? Well, they have been previously assigned to Charles Davidoff, who lives on Escondido. And we're thinking, if we're having to shelter in place, it'd be better if these people were connected here.
Right.
If they could just come right across the road. What do you think, Mr. Clay?
Sure, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm willing to take them on. It's only 4 more houses.
And what
Yeah,
we did is,
you or
these are color coded, right?
Mhm.
First, we just were gonna do that, and still, then, if you're in an emergency area, you go, okay, which one is that, you know?
So
we
now they're
labeled
labeled.
Northern Lights 1, Northern 2, and we also would like to change it, because there's never been a Northern Lights 3, and it's confusing, just to get rid of 4 foot 3 and 4.
So it's just a
They just forgot.
printout. It's not a big deal.
And
So-
these haven't been mass produced yet.
So help me out. If I'm calling on the radio, and you're telling me you're someplace,
Right.
show me the nomenclature on how to do that.
Well,
that hasn't been decided, but we say, there's a
Okay.
person on.
I would
So this is
probably,
where the
if
shit's
you,
gonna hit the fan.
yeah,
The thing is,
if it were me and you weren't here, I would probably say something like, please respond via radio or this text regarding status of your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Would that be satisfactory?
Yeah.
I mean, it's only if you're not here, obviously, but they need to have backup because you're out of town sometimes,
Okay,
and
that's fine.
I just want to make sure that I can
everybody
at least do
understands
this little part of
when you
it.
guys do that,
Yeah.
what we're talking about. So
and that's why we have coordinators,
Just wouldn't
so
expect
that
it
they
to
know,
be chaotic
what's
on
the-
purpose.
I don't know
that's
how you're going to hear everything, you guys, now.
Well, they have to take turns to practice the radio discipline.
Right,
Or resident
right.
16.
Yeah,
Now, you know what? I
Yeah.
never got the message.
exactly,
Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
yeah.
So,
So it's better than
So,
nothing.
now here's the only challenge that I see with that lot 16,
Yeah.
unless we've got a way to coordinate. If
We
we're
have-
sending emergency responders
Yes,
to that house,
it's gonna be-
how
We
do,
need
you
you to
can't
enter
find
in-
lot 16
No,
if
I know
we're
it.
trying to tell, okay, there's a
without
person
counting.
in neighborhood northern line 4
You'd have to
who's
have
down and
You'd have to have a list
And
that would say
identify.
lot 14.
You see your number on there?
this
The only
address.
way
Oh,
to
it went to
do it
858-245-6770. That's my husband's.
is we don't even have all
Okay.
the
Okay.
Do you know the?
So
So
that's
Nick,
okay.
when I'm sending you back, how do you? Where's it showing up on the?
It will show up. Why don't
Yeah.
you show Charles where it is?
Address
Just
is
look
the
what I
last
responded and
Okay.
tell me if that's good or bad.
Yeah,
Right
that's
here
gonna
is
be it.
all our
You're right.
responses.
These don't have addresses, so we can't.
You would
Receive
have
Frank
that
Dowse.
basically said,
Okay.
"Otherwise for
All is
lot
good. We
16
reached
is
emergency
address,"
responders and
because-
took child
and
to
then they had
hospital.
it
He is
both
stable.
security places and
Great.
then you had
That's
a
good.
Yeah.
spreadsheet that
Oh
would
my
pull
goodness.
up.
Do we want to know who that is, though?
yeah, I'm going to follow up. Say,
how do
please
you
identify
know?
yourself at the end of the message because we were tracking last 4 with the name, but
Yeah,
really
I
easier.
think they need to also leave their name.
Yeah, what
Their
we'll
name
do
at
is
the end.
just say leave your name at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Please leave first and last name at end.
yeah.
But we're talking about us.
That would be very helpful because otherwise it's stupid.
The other thing in the very beginning, what we may want to do, Nick, is when you're having roll call, just maybe respond back with accepted so that we know that you've heard us.
Okay.
Because you were kind of going in and out.
Sure.
So
Yeah,
I
from the
couldn't
radio.
tell, did someone hear me?
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
Christine, but we just should repeat. Christine
Good idea.
understood or whatever. You know.
Right. I heard you, and
Yeah.
and I was just waiting till
For
there
someone to
was.
say, hey, Christine, we hear you.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I think we should just say that, just so we know that you're being heard.
Although there's a lot of communication
much,
going
too,
on,
yeah.
it could be too much. I just waited. You stopped talking, and then I pushed my button down.
Well, why didn't no one? We only heard like 3 or 4 people. Shouldn't we have heard more people, or was it just us doing it?
Just us,
Okay, okay,
just this small group
That
here.
makes
I
sense.
heard Coca, I heard Laura, I
Okay,
heard
that
you, me.
And then we heard Nick, so we should be
Yes,
good. Okay.
yes.
Oh, yeah, this, I mean,
So then you could do it on this sheet, or you just have a separate.
It might
sheet.
have to be a whole
That's a
separate.
great
Just
idea
an
about
index.
leaving your
Yes,
name at
that
the
is
end.
not
That will
on here.
help us tremendously.
I'm going to say the end of every text. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Wait,
Yeah.
you turn the page over and you see VC6, you go down to
Or not even
VC6.
turn it over because then
Separate.
That way, even if you have
Yeah.
to go run and go do something, your wife or someone can be there and say, "Hey, responding for Charles, this is the
Right.
wife or
Right,
whatever."
right,
you know.
right, right.
But that's the way, like.
Very important, because right now we've got just the last numbers here of everyone, but
Or
that's
no one
going to
can
take me.
remember them. If you're stressed out, you're not going to be able to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're coming in all different times.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Isn't it better than not just have
At least you have the
color?
neighborhoods.
Now we have neighborhoods.
See, we
Yeah,
didn't
well,
have
that's
this
good.
on. we
Is
didn't
everyone
have-
Well, because you want to,
responding?
how you
Yeah,
That's really
we're-
good.
I mean, it is amazing how many
You know,
people have
one lights for lot
responded.
16,
Yeah.
then that's, if that's how you
I wonder what my husband's going
And
to
at
do,
least the
because we
streets
sent
are
it to his
that
cell phone, not mine.
I like that. I'm out of state, so now we can figure it. How do we know who that is?
So that's for who is 7695?
This will be laminated so you can write on it. with,
7695.
pens and stuff in your home.
Well,
It's
It's
Dina
Steve-
Roberts.
Oh, yeah, it's Adina. Yeah.
Yes, the opportunity.
Is there any way on that sheet? Is there an indicator that we could just have the name, the contact name there that associates with that phone number,
I was asking Nick about that.
or is that too difficult?
It's not going to do it automatically. There are ways we could do it.
There are, I mean,
Complicated.
what I could do is if you came is
Got through that.
if I had gone and done just a group copy of all the phone numbers. I'm talking from the neighborhood coordinator list on the database,
Triangles.
and dropped them in and then pulled the names and put it on the other next to them. I could. You know what I'm talking about?
Now, for now, we're just gonna have them identify themselves.
Oh, yeah, that's
it
fine.
shouldn't be just simple enough.
Yeah.
Northern Lights 4, lot 15.
Yeah, we'll just give
And we
everyone the
can, we
time.
always can cross-check this too. I mean, just like we did just
Yeah,
now.
sure. If
Then
you
you would
would,
know
of
that.
course.
Would you know that?
And it really is nice to have more than one
Well, the
person
neighborhood
here
coordinator
because,
probably should.
like Nick's
That's
doing
what
all
they
the
have on
technical
the
stuff, and
That's
then you can
okay.
do all the kind of outside thinking, or you know,
Right,
it's good to have two people.
Well,
who are
and if
doing
Nick
it.
is not here for some reason, then I'm gonna have to do,
Yeah.
I can't do
I
all
mean,
of it.
I can do this pretty much anywhere I can get a cell signal.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
But I do think that anytime one of us, we know we're going to be out of town, we should have a backup for you.
Right.
So things are going
You don't want to add
pretty smoothly, I'd say. Yeah.
I am very pleased
Okay.
with the responses that you're getting here.
Yeah, so what we did was sent out a text. We've replaced the text several times, but it started with, please communicate via radio or text message. Then we are communicating with all the neighborhood coordinators primarily via text. So we wrote down all the numbers of the neighborhood coordinators. Chris has the last four of each number assigned to each name, so we know who's communicating. We decided to ask every neighborhood coordinator to include their first and last name with each text, so that way when the messages come in, as you see here, we can easily identify which neighborhood coordinator is communicating and what they need.
And I know a lot of these people.
So we asked them to respond with the status of their situation with a worst case scenario. So people are improvising. Susan said that she's waiting for assistance down the street from a neighbor who knows where a shutoff valve is located. Water's pouring down the street. Adina is out of state with no backup. 7786, that's Charles Dabblegott, reached emergency responders and took the child to the hospital. He's in stable condition and recovering. David Bagley is in North Carolina right now. So.
And then they're going to be laminated once we make these corrections. White vinyl yet.
I'm proud of my husband, I cannot tell you. He
Yeah.
texted you back.
Oh, he did?
Look
Oh,
at
great, he's role playing.
Christmas number is.
Stop bothering me. Yeah.
I love that.
I can change that.
What I'm going to make sure though is that in the database, that those numbers on the database are all good too.
I don't know.
The golf course holes are good to have on there
Yes.
because you can reference that
To
for
the
the
hole,
location.
yeah.
But if those aren't needed, get rid of those. And I take this off as being green. Because if you're, I mean, when you're looking at the map, you don't care like whether that's.
If we say go to the village green.
Well, people know. I mean, you got the house in the office. Or whatever.
Yeah.
You could write village green on here, but
Yeah.
if you're looking for color
It's
and
working, Nick. I mean, it really is. I'm surprised. We've gotten a great response
Yeah.
from
But you're
everybody
tracking from all the
that
roads. When you see colors,
we're
you're looking
expecting to get
specifically at
response
That's
from.
true.
That's the only reason why.
Yeah, thanks. I mean,
No,
do you think we should send a text to all of them now, asking them to check in via radio?
Yeah.
I think they all need to practice with their radio.